along with our amazing My Sing Monsters side story, Doma Days.
Yes.
Doma Days, which was airdropped to us from an unknown location. We had nothing to do with it.
It was a very strange day.
Yes, it just sort of happened, right? And we were all like, what is this all
And it
about?
happened to be on April 1st.
Very odd interruptions in the systems here.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And you know what was sort of interesting is, you know, I know I've spoken previously about how I have something of a mistrust of the Department of Monstrous Anomalies and their approach to monstrology and such things, but I gotta say that watching that when experiencing Doma Days, I felt a little bit more empathy and sympathy. I sympathized with the agents of Doma.
You got to live a day as an agent.
Yes.
You know, everyone's just trying to do their best in this world. And,
That's
you know,
right, and they're just doing their job.
They're
right?
curious, just like we're curious.
And it does stem from scientific curiosity, something, of course, that Spirit would approve of, and a Spirit-like being was maybe in the mix. I don't know. Did you play? It's still available to be played.
Yes,
so
I
if you
believe
don't know
so.
what the heck we're talking about, go check it out. It's linked in a number of places. So go take a look at it on our YouTube
Anywhere,
channel.
all our socials.
It's all on our socials. Go check it out.
Natural and fire.
Yes. Would you like to know why?
Please
Monster
do
Hunter
tell.
Tyson? Well, it's because 5 + 1 = 6. How do you say 6? Hex. It's the hex, baby. On there, it's a connection. It's an extension of the idea that the supernatural element of electricity is the combination, the combining, the almost unnatural, the supernatural, if you will, combining of these elements into those forms. So we wanted to pull in that mythology into Epic Wublins, and of course to give them an extra special level of difficulty. Now, speaking of the difficulty, we acknowledge that these are very tall orders, these Epic Wublins, but you'll be pleased to know a couple of different things. One, the key unlock cost to shift them from rare to epic is the same as from common to rare. And just like with rare Wublins, there is no time limit associated with evolving these monsters.
So it's something that works for.
Exactly.
Yes,
Whether or not you can have them today, chat trailer.
It was a gracious design sent by
Yes,
the
Ethereal
Epic
Epic Wubbox, like David said, you know, it's an inventor in its own right, and so it provided the plans for the polarity amplifier being installed on the island of electricity, Wublin Island. Now, Rare Spy Trap, some of the data, if you will, of Rare Spy Trap snuck itself out.
Made a bit of an early
in the
appearance.
last couple of days as we were preparing for the 4.8 update. So, as part of the Up to Scratch promotion, a lot of folks were getting theoretical Rare Spy Traps on their light island and going, what's going on? We believe, and let us know if this is not the case, but we believe that after downloading and installing version 4.8, that all of those theoretical Rare Spy Traps have become real Rare Spy Traps, and that you can redeem them in the nursery. But continuing the trend of light monsters sort of using the complementary color scheme of their common form, the same is true here of Rare Spy Trap, because you got to remember, the Rare Spy Trap is not the thing inside. That's the arachnid ward.
Yes.
It's actually the plant-like thing that is growing out of the ground and has the big pod.
What a fascinating symbiosis between.
And
So-
hey, maybe we'll learn more about this monster in an upcoming mini field notes that's going on our
Oh, I guess folks will have to look forward to that. Stay tuned.
I will.
Epic Wublins were teased last week with our electric field promotion of 50% off Wubbox, and I saw a lot of theorizing about Wubbox's chalkboard there, where it was writing out all of its equations. I wanted to talk quickly about this symbol that appears on the platform. Previously, we hadn't really ascribed any specific meaning to it, but I like to think that it is a representative glyph of the spark of life. Because it's the way it sort of radiates outward, sort of reminds me of the directionality of sparks, and also if you look and squint, you can kind of see the shape of the colossal signature in there as well. So that imagery I like to think of as the spark of life symbol. Oh my, Wublin Island, and this one is a little bit more of a subtle change, is that previously the lighting effects on Wublin Island were running totally independently of your monster progress and of the song itself. We've actually taken some of the technology that we developed for Titan Souls, prop technology we like to call it, and applied it to Wublin Island so that as you progress through the polarity amplifier stages by unlocking and placing unique monsters on Wublin Island, you actually augment the light show over time, and it's now synced to the music.
Wow.
Which is very cool, because before it was just doing its own thing, which was cool and exciting, but a product of when it first came out. It came out in 2016. We couldn't dream of doing exciting things like that back then, but now we've got all of our best monster handler technologists working on stuff and making them cooler than ever.
That's another
Messing Monsters experience to help you better understand breeding. There's one that is being shown by accident to a bunch of folks about triple element monsters and the fact that they are not a guaranteed thing. But that bug, hey, you know what? Bugs. They happen.
They happen.
Issues, we like to call them. But that will be resolved in a future build. But if you see that out in the wild or as part of your player experience, know that it's because we're trying to make the experience of joining My Singing Monsters for the very first time a little bit more welcoming, a little bit more understandable. Contributions and interactions with the online community ended. Who knows?
Who knows?
Who's to say? Perhaps it will come back and be responsible for other technological innovations in the future.
Exactly.
So, thank you, Monster.
Extravaganza short.
There was a lot of discussion around it.
There was a lot of discussion about that, and there was a lot of teasers in that, and we revealed a few stuff from that. But there's some other teasers in there that.
Yes. I don't think we're done understanding exactly what's going on there.
What the active
the
investigations are.
Yes,
going on.
many of them, of course, ended up being details of Epic Wublins.
Yes, exactly.
But there's other stuff going on there. There's other stuff going on there, so you're gonna have to go and check that out. Okay. Now, Wordos are based on. They just resonate with awesome girl power.
Definitely.
So I have no problem suspending our normal rules here and saying, no, you know what? Who run the world? Girls. Girl power. Go for it. Go with the flow. Check out this awesome duet of performers at 50% off for a limited time on Water Island. That's exactly right. So this is a sneak peek at a sale that is coming up starting next Wednesday, in which the missing ingredient, the secret sauce, if you will, and I can't not say sauce, I'll never just say sauce, sauce, the secret sauce of the Epic Wublin inventories will be added alongside their natural Epic counterparts as part of their inventory. So these sales will follow all of our extravaganza wrap-up sales, and will drop at various times in the coming weeks, months, whatever, with a different Wublin highlight each time. Highlighted, I guess, is the better participle there. But like I said, that's not immediately available. This is a sneak peek of what's to come in the future. So if you're looking at this going, I didn't see this in my game, backtrack by about a minute and 10 seconds and listen again to what we were saying that is not happening right now. Okay, and you know what? What is this? You might be wondering. We promised that we would circle back on the significance of these new set of Echoes of Eco costumes, and specifically this octopus one with the touch of Tromino.
But I don't recognize this fruit or tree at all.
That's exactly correct, Monster Hunter Tyson, because what you're looking at is a whole series of trees and fruits that were designed but never actually released for Grapefruit Grove, all the way back when the year began with 201. And so the Tromino is the orange fruit, and it's shaped sort of like that Tetromino piece from Tetris, which is what gives Tromino its name. So that's where Tromino comes from, and that's what Octopus's costume is meant to evoke.
That's cool.
That particular form, where it kind of looks like a Tetris board, where it's very angular and square and offset and whatnot.
Very nice.
But in the introduction of that fruit, it created a whole host of crossbreeds in Grapefruit Grove again, which never had the chance to see the light of day. So,
well, it's kind of nice that it gets to.
Yes, there's no better chance than now to share some of them. So I'll just whip through them very quickly. We've got the Boizabacus,
Yes, yes.
We've got the swinetaine.
Okay.
We've got the figtail. We've got the stegos. And you know what's so funny is that a lot of players were anticipating that it would come during Life Formula. But
right.
and you know, perhaps another thing related to the spark of life is coming during that time. A certain seasonal monster, perhaps, in its epic form. But you know, this being a supernatural-centric update, we thought, bah.
Yeah.
We got to pull this in now. We got to take advantage of the fact that the timing is right.
Exactly.
The producer of Grapefruit Grove, which we're honoring with our Echoes of Eco costumes, is also a member of the marketing team and who helped work with CG5 to bring Break Out the Box to life. So these things are all connected. So it's just kind of cool. It's just kind of cool, you know. If you work at Big Blue Bubble, you know, there's lots of exciting experiences that you've had here.
Hands in so many pies.
Yes, exactly. And it's fun to see things that, you know, were part of your past sort of weave their way into the future and create brand new experiences for you, our beloved community. So don't stress if you don't get absolutely everything. My Sing Monsters will be here when you wake up in the morning, and it'll be there in the following day as well. So work towards these things.